One of the reasons that the last coup attempt failed was because there were just enough people in important positions of power and responsibility, that chose not to play ball with Donald Trump and his fake electors and all of that nonsense. Unfortunately, this time around, there's less of those people in some of these positions, certainly at the state level, but also at the federal level. And one of the men who could be instrumental in determining whether the second coup attempt succeeds or not is House Speaker Mike Johnson. So what will he do if Donald Trump loses and then once again tries to steal it? We'll take a look.
A free and fair and legal election will be certified, and that is our hope and prayer across the board. Of course I'm going to follow the Constitution. I'm going to follow the law. That's my job. It's my duty. I took an oath to do that, and I will fulfill my oath.
Regardless of who wins, you'll certify the results.
Regardless, of course, yes, if the election is free and fair and legal, and we pray and hope that it is, there's a lot of work being done to make sure that's true. I think this one's going to be so large, there'll be no question. I think Donald J. Trump is your next president, and that can't happen soon enough.
When people hear you say, if it is free and fair, does that not undermine people's confidence in the election results, Mr. Speaker?
No, it shouldn't. No, it shouldn't, because what I'm saying there is what the Constitution provides, what the Supreme Court has affirmed time after time, what history has affirmed. Listen, Democrats have objected to slates of electors in every single election this century when a Republican president has won. Every single time.
And yet they all conceded.
Out there.
And yet they've conceded. Former President Trump has yet to concede in 2020.
That's the point. No, the point is the process works. We have the peaceful transfer of power. We did in 2020. We will in 2024. Everybody can sigh and take a deep breath. Our system is going to work. We have the greatest system in the history of the world because we live in the greatest country in the world.
Okay, so I'm guessing that somewhere Mike Johnson's son is getting a notification on his phone because of that rhetorical masturbation that we just saw there. Ooh. That was utter nonsense. First of all, we had the peaceful transfer of power in 2020. Now I'm getting old and I've got dad brain, but I'm pretty sure that was the coup one, right? I think that was the one with the storming of the Capitol and the people being beaten and the more than 100 cops going to the hospital and several of them died and a woman storming the Capitol got shot and killed. That was the example Mike Johnson points to be like, you guys are alarmists. Look how smooth it went last time. No, I remember last time, Mike Johnson. And so when he says, yes, I will certify it well, then that's nonsense. He's playing games. He's playing games, best case scenario, just to appease Trump before the election. Worst case scenario, because he will be a tool in the fascist takeover of our country if that's what it takes, if the opportunity's there and he wants to remain a power player in the Republican Party. Francesca. So I hated every bit of that.
Yeah, I'm trying to get some confirmation on this, but I believe that Representative Raskin said something to the effect of that was similar, that we know that given that Donald Trump is attempting in different states, like in states like Georgia, where Republicans have taken over the election board, that we will certify the election, but if it is free and fair, and if there hasn't been meddling, and honestly, I'm with this. I'm with this for Democrats to actually fight some of the very overt ways that Republicans are definitely trying to steal the election, right? And they tried sort of ham-fistedly in 2020, and they tried to do a lot of election denialism and conspiracy theories and on and on and on, and now they're getting a little bit smart with it, right? So I have honestly no problem with Mike Johnson saying that he will certify only a free and fair election. I would assume any politician to do the same. Here's my problem with what he then said. I have no doubt, he said, that Donald Trump is your next president. Well, the two things then do not go hand in hand. Like, I cannot have confidence in you to not cheat if you are for certain right now that Donald Trump is going to win. Like, what are you talking about? And Jamie Raskin never said that. Yes, I will certify a free and fair election, and Kamala Harris is definitely gonna win it. Like, no. And Republicans also freaked out at Raskin for saying that, something that they've said time and time again, even though he went only halfway to what they usually say, which is, don't even vote because, we'll vote, but Trump's got it in the bag and we'll make sure it's in the bag for him. So
sure.
Yeah, John, I just I don't want a Democratic Party that also rolls over and doesn't litigate as many, state Democrats are looking to do, should there be some, unsavory actions happening in their states. I'm glad that we would fight back. Like, yeah, let's fight. The other side's gonna fight. We should fight. But when push comes to shove on January 6th, there should be a president, right?
100%. Look, I agree. I trust Jamie Raskin only 1,000 times more than Mike Johnson. I do think that when you're gonna say something like that, knowing that that sort of language now means a specific thing thanks to the Republicans, I think you have to add more nuance, which is we will certify a free and fair election. And when we call into question what the result might be, our standard is not gonna be, did Dinesh D'Souza like what happened? Or, well, I don't know, black people voted in Detroit, seems suspicious. Like that's not the game we're playing. That's like they set fire to the place that counts the votes, or Georgia Supreme Court says, no, we're not counting Atlanta. Like those are the sorts of high standard things that should result in a fight. Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.